Greetings everyone, welcome, hello, here we are, this is us. Yeah, I'm not in any winter clothing because I'm underwater. It's actually cold underwater, but like the salmon, as a mermaid, it doesn't matter. My sound might sound a little bit different. I'm in a completely different location. And this is the second time, because I did the Twitch this morning, so this is the second time that I'm actually streaming here, and I'm really glad that it's working out. This morning on Twitch, I decided that there was no way that we could continue without there being a taxi service to bring people over to this area of town. And this area, if I come out here, you'll be able to see there's Mildred, right, actually there's the restaurant right there. That's Stacy's restaurant. Steffi's, not Stacy's, Steffi. That's Steffi. And I'm still looking weirdly because I keep looking for the camera. Kind of, my head keeps going to where it would have been on the other setup, and so I'm still kind of adjusting to that, so sorry about that. And then this is Mildred's right here. So we just put this in this morning, and then we made a submarine bay, because there's no way at all for this submarine to get to this area without the submarine bay. Now the reason that I couldn't waste all of these minerals here. So I am actually going to change from, I'm going to do that thing like Black Panther. You know how there was that drink that they could drink and it took away all his powers? So that's what I'm going to do. When I do this, instead of a drink, it's a spell. And see, I'm still doing it. I'm still looking in the wrong place. Instead of a drink, it's a spell. And the spell takes away the magic that I have. So I become a survivalist. And so now I'm a mermaid. So I'm still a mermaid, as we can see. If we look here, you can see that I'm not having any problem underwater, because of course I am a mermaid. And let me go to E for a second and see, you can see that I'm breathing underwater. And so let's come down here. I've got a couple of tools, and we're going to use those tools to get rid of these pieces that are all over the place here. So while I'm talking, so Vincentius Primus and I are right now in the process of taking care of family, and the family that we take care of are in two different locations. And when I say taking care, we're not really. The family's taking care of themselves. What ends up happening for us is that, is this floating up to the surface? It is not. Okay. Is that we want to be with this family, For instance, I want to be with my sister, and Vincentius wants to be with his mom during this time period. And so we are not at home. We are actually not on the Oregon coast where we normally are, where we live. And so so it's kind of like we're nomadic. It really is kind of like we're nomadic in the way that we are moving around to be able to be with various family at various times. And this is actually fine with us. We're actually fine with doing this because this is what we want to do. And so I'm really happy that I'm able to actually, whoa, uh-oh, what just happened there? Did I just get locked in? I thought that maybe gravel came down, but I might have just turned in the wrong direction. But I'm kind of glad that we can actually stream, that I can stream from here. I haven't streamed from here before, and we are going to end up spending more time here than we have in the past, and so this means that I won't be gone from streaming for like weeks or something like that, which is actually yay. Which is actually yay, because I miss you guys. I do, I miss you. I do, I miss seeing everybody. So yeah, this morning I made an area here for specifically for, did that go all the way down? It did. So with this part here, let's get some of this. Oh, there's some over there on the ground too. Let's get that before it disappears. There we are. I suppose we could start with the ground ones first, because it's kind of easier to get to them. So, and yeah, I didn't want to waste all of this beautiful ore that was under here. I should have let the granite go, but I didn't, so I'll have to take the granite down as well. Take the granite down separately as well. But maybe we need the granite. Maybe that's why I didn't take the granite down. Watch out, salmon. You're going to get hurt. I'm not trying to harvest salmon at this time. We have fishers, so I don't really need to do that. We're going to have a lot of granite. And I think what we'll just do is take it all and sell it to places where granite is hard to get. And we can do that very easily. What is this here? Oh, it's you. So let's come up here. Oh, I see. Remember, I'm not magical. So when there's no water, I can't be there. I can't fly. There. So this is just me in the water being able to get to these things. Because I'm a mermaid. So we'll just continue for a little bit. So yeah, yep, that's what I'm doing. I'm mining. I'm doing a full mine. But the purpose of this mine is, in fact, to have an actual bay, an actual submarine bay, so that all of the ships that need to use this area, the scrubs and the taxis, can all use this area pretty easily. And that's what we're working on. So let me see, some of this is floating in the water, so we'll pick it up. See the coal up here? See the coal up above? It went up above. So we're going to pick all of this up. Look at all this stuff here. Whoa! Look at all of this copper. It went above the ice and the granite and the like. So this is me playing Minecraft. That's what I could say. This is Minecraft. Let's come here. I don't know what's going to happen. These are attached to this surface. So I'm just going to have to dig at them until they undo here. And because I'm not standing on anything, it's harder to get to them. Let me see if I can do this first. Let's take this and get these pieces to go away. There we go. So yes, so am I going to do the whole thing? Absolutely. I am. So yeah, so I was just talking about this new venture that we have, where we are going to be spending more time with family other than my sister. And so in that respect, this is why I'm very happy that this worked out. Yay! And it seems to have worked. I'll have to come up here and get some stuff that floats to the surface. Salmon are following me around. And because I'm breaking up the, probably because I'm breaking up the dirt, and they're like, ooh, let's get some of that. Let's get some of that. We want some of that. Okay. We want some of the materials that are in there. All right, this is going to be a problem here. I think the only way that I can do those is probably to count them out as magic. I don't think, there's one, there's two. Yeah, it's just going to take a while because I can't use the tool because it'll break up the building. At least I'm afraid that it will. Whoa! Oh, I fell because there's air. And I fell. Oh, and there it is. See when there's air? That's what happened. There was air. Okay. All right. So now let's stand here. And we just have to be careful. There we go. And we'll just take this out. This is actually really quite relaxing right now. Just because of the whole thing of setting up the game earlier and trying to get everything to work in the new location. This is actually kind of fun. So when I first got on this morning, I had to restart because I couldn't hear anything. And so now that is taken care of. If I sound weirdly different, I sound different to me, but that's because I have a different set of headphones on. So hopefully I do not sound weird to you. Hopefully that doesn't change the way I sound that much. I still have the same mic. It's just a difference. The difference is just really in what I hear. Do I see anything on the surface, floating on the surface? No. I think we're getting it. So if you're wondering how this is happening, I have a backpack, a gift from Vincentius Primus. He usually gives me a backpack when I start a new ambassadorship. So for Arnaaluk and for Pitti, now I have this backpack, and the backpack has the ability to gather things as they come. You know that thing. You know that thing. You know that thing. I don't have to explain that to you. So I've got one of those on this backpack, and it's doing a good job. So I'm going to have to get these pieces to not be here, because you see how the water is underneath on the side. Besides, it's copper. We do use copper. We do use copper for things, so I might not take it out of the walls right now. I'd like to clear this whole section. And doesn't it look like I've hardly done anything here? Look at this. Wow. I'm still underwater. There's some coal. So let's gather up this coal right here. Remember, I don't have any magic. I'm like the Black Panther when he hasn't taken the magic part. I'm still a mermaid, but I can't do any magical stuff. Whoa, look at all this up here. So let's try and get it before it disappears. All right, let's see how much we have so far. There's the coal, there's the copper and the iron. And so we are getting a decent amount of stuff, but my main purpose is supposed to be clearing the way for the submarines to come through here. And for right now, I'm not bored with this. When I get bored with it, I'll go back to doing some building and some things like that. Let me see, did that go up or down? So there's our new taxi building. And if we look here, yay! Now there's nothing I can do about that air conditioner where I am. So let me see for a minute. Let's look at the map for a second. So see where I am right here? This is where the new subway station is, right here. You can see the town hall stop for the subway right here, and the hotel stop for the subway. So all the way back out here in the farm country, you can't see anything. You can't see any taxis. So there are 3 rail corridors, and then there are the scrubs. And the scrubs will have to use this area too. As you can see, this is the warehouse right here, and we have a couple of the scrubs. We have the yellow scrubs and the blue and white scrubs. The yellow scrubs belong to underwater base style, and the blue and white ones belong to Aquatica. And they are like our UPS trucks for this particular city-state. Oops, there was no water there, so I fell. There was no water under there, so it's like I fell down, go boom, whoosh. See, that's me falling down from the fact that there isn't any water. I can swim, but I can't do the water. And that's what I mean by I don't have any magical powers. Let's come up here and let's get the ones that are directly under this building right here. Let's see if we can start by getting these. Because if we get these at least, then we can look and see how much of look at all this copper, how much of a ride we're going to have. I'm going to look at this. See this right here? Do I have a shovel? I do. How much of this? Okay. So there's a little too much of a walk. Oops. A walk area here. Maybe. We'll see. I might have to take that piece of wall back. Just a little bit right there. See that piece? So that the submarines can get in easily. The taxis. This is specifically for the green taxis. So taxis are green. Then we have the concrete mixer submarines that are blue, and then we have the explorer submarines, the massive explorer submarines that are black. And so those are our different types of subs that we have as a part of this. We're getting some interesting stuff here. So we've got these. I've got, oops, that went away. Do I have something? Ah, I have those two, but I have to swim up to them. Wait, stop. I have to swim up to those. I can't go up through the air part or I'll fall down, go boom. See, I keep falling down. Monk. So let's try this again. Boom, 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 boom. Up. Yep, that's what happens. I want to black out when there's no water. Can I reach that? I can't from here. All right, so let's get this one at least. We can get up on the top of this and sit here and get this one to go away. Can I reach that from here? I can, yay, okay. So yeah, so we're listening to Drone Hands music, I think. It sounds like drum hands. And this is my very, very, very calming, casual, why do I keep doing that? Calming, casual way. Right here. Let's come up here and see. If I come here, 1 minute. How much iron? All right, and that comes up to this part. And I think this part is connected, see, I did it again. It is connected to, what happens is I even lose my underwater vision. So I have underwater vision just because I'm a mermaid. But I have to be careful. If there's air, I won't be able to see underwater either. So that's one of the things that I have to be careful about. It would be like a fish out of water, is what it would be. All right, and there's a couple pieces. Now what am I going to do? I'm in an air pocket. When I can't get up, I'm in an air pocket. Let's sit here for a second. Okay, so there's air right here underneath that part, underneath this. And I really would like this to go, but I think I'm going to have to do it this way. I'm going to have to do it with regular tools so that I don't damage the building like I just did. So let me put, and I can't do anything about that right this second. So we'll just take this part off right here. And there we go. And under the building, I'll just leave it for right now. Nah, I don't want to do that. So let me get these. Okay, so I'm probably going to have to do a platform there in order. Yeah, see, I'm out of the water. So there is, without siren sight, this is what it looks like under here. The fact that I have siren sight is allowing me to be able to see underwater. But the minute I stay out too long, I lose my ability to see. And this is Mermod, by the way. This is Neoforge Mermod that I'm using to give me the feel and look of my mermaid after all this time. It was so cool having a real tail and all of that. It's just really, really fun. Should I use it? Yeah. I'm standing in the, I'm not standing in the water. I'm not in the water. Now I'm in the water. Whoosh, whoosh. Oh, look at the coal I'm leaving behind. I'll get it all. So yes, so I know I need to get, I don't want to get that much. Let's just get that. It seems like it is giving me more than just the piece, and that's why I have to be careful about doing it up there. Why don't we do this? Thank you. I'm just getting these off the ground here. Wow. Okay. No, I'm not. No, we're just going to go ahead and dig these last two pieces out by hand. Okay, and these two here. Okay. So how have you all been? How have you been? How are you? How are you, everybody? Hope everybody's okay. This has been a strange month, June. We are now in July. June was quite a month. That's all I'm going to say. It was really quite a month. And of course, so many things happening in the United States, especially right now. And all of that. It was interesting this morning when I was going to Discord and I saw that Minecolonies team, so if you're looking for a server, and you want to play with the developers, Minecolonies just started a server yesterday, and which is like, yay, good for them. It is an interesting server. It has a bunch of other mods in it that if you go out to Minecolonies team on Discord or on Twitch, and you can get the schedule for Minecolonies on Twitch, and then you can watch them play. They usually have a server that they start and play on, and then they also are designing some new buildings, and those new building designs are looking really good. It's fun to watch them design buildings, and Minecolonies team is very active with the development of their mod, and so that makes it really fun to play. That's the case. All right, so let's try and see how much of this went up to the surface. I don't see too, oh, well, that's quite a bit. So we're going to come up to the surface and gather up all the materials that we didn't get. Look at that. It goes right through the ice. It's so interesting. And so let's come over here. We've got a bunch of pieces of coal, and we'll get as much of it, get all of it before it disappears. Try and get as much of it before it disappears as we can. Can't get that piece. Look at that. Hello, Vincentius. Vincentius Primus, everybody. Yes. And in this situation, Vincentius Primus is usually in the room, but in this situation here, you may be able to can see him in the background at this particular time. So it looks like, uh-oh, we can't see anymore. Oh no, let's quickly get into some water. There we are. Wow, isn't the water dark? Isn't that amazing how dark the water is down here? And if it wasn't for the mod, if it wasn't for the fact that I'm a mermaid, I would be in trouble. It would be really hard to do this. So this is so good. Whoop. Yeah, I keep doing that. Oh, I'm not in the water. I'm not in the water. All right, so the piece that we're trying to get is around the corner. I see where I am. Is this piece over here. And I still have some pieces in the air. So we'll take this way, right here, and come over to this and get all of this. So I am still doing, this is interesting too, because normally at this time, there would be some indication that that Minecolonies team was going to actually maybe move to a new like this is 21 Neo 21.1, and in the past at around this time there would be a lot of movement towards an actual new dot. So it would be no, not really. No, when I think about it, that's actually not true, because November has always been when it seemed like I started a new gameplay. A lot of times it was November. So this is just but for some reason I feel like that I have way more time to work on my game than I did before, and I'm enjoying having more time to do that. So in that respect, yeah, this is different. I said I wasn't going to take them out of the wall for right now, didn't I? Because I'm really trying to get to, oh, can't do it from there. Let's see if I can do it from here. Can I reach that? Nope. Nope. I have to be on top of it. So let's get these pieces here. I don't want to dig up the ground unless I have to. I like to get those pieces right there. Let's go back up in the water so we can see and see how many. Look at this. Look how many there still are. We have this entire area here of stuff that we're going to have to move. An entire area. It's outrageous. But this is what we want to do in order to put in the new submarine. So, so on the map we saw the other two submarine stands, taxi stands. This is a taxi. So in some respects, this is for me. They have the rail if they don't want to get into one of the little submarines themselves for delivering and doing stuff like that on days off, things like that, all of that kind of stuff. There's all sorts of transportation through the city. And we have now added a new, whoa, I just fell, a new station right here. And yeah, so we've got a lot of stuff. So how did I do this? I used the scan tool, of course. I used the scan tool right here, and I took away all of the materials that I didn't want to be here. I can still take away, and maybe I'll do this, take away, nope, I can't take away anything else. I was thinking maybe I could still take away the, but I can't. Glow squids? The squids? No, I don't want to do that. Experience orb? No, I don't want to take any of that away. Okay, so we're actually done with this tool for a while and this one. And just put these here for a second. And let's continue. But yes, so we use the scan tool. Wait, is it still on? Do you see that white line over there? Hold on. Let me come this way. Let's do this, and let's look at this, and let's X. All right, now it is off. And so now we can put it back. Let's put this up here, and that's what we're doing for now. So yes, so that's how we did it. What? You found the one place where there's no air? What is wrong with you? I think the cold affects them. I really do think the cold affects them. Look at this. He's just going for the one place that doesn't have any air. And there he is. Self-destruct. Self-destruct. Goodness sakes. All right, so we're gonna drop down and get the copper. Look at all this copper. So what are we gonna do with it all? I think what I would like to do with it, let me just make sure I'm in the same area for a moment where we're trying to get the submarine clear, which is over here. There's the submarine bay. Right there, and so this is the place that we want to get to. Let's do this, and there. Okay, and did some go up? So you can see some submarines above us. That will benefit from not having the ground so close. Underneath, they'll be able to turn around and do all sorts of things, and that's what we're working on, this part, in order for them to be able to do that. We will have to add some water in some of these areas here. There we go. So as we break that off, am I in the water here? Yes. No, I'm not in the water. I'm in the water here. Here we are. So I'm going to have to fall down onto this. Oh, I missed it. Let's try that again. Fall down onto, nope, I can't get it. All right, fine. Let's come here. Let's see, it'll take me forever. Strawberry fields forever. There's one. Can I stand here? Let's make a place to stand right here. But I think that the water will make it go away. Let me see if I can stand here. Yep, that's what I knew. There's no water there. Let's get, no, I can't. So we're gonna go blind in just a minute. That's what happened the last time. It's like, I keep doing that. I keep doing that. So I'm going to have to turn so that I can get out. There we go. So that I can see and then I can come back in. Yep. There we are again. And forget it. I know we're not supposed to be getting it out of here. I know. I know. I'm just having fun mining. You know, it is Minecraft. After all, it is Minecraft. It's Minecraft. That's good here. And let me see if I can stay here. Quickly, quickly. I can't. There's one. Okay. There's that one. And then we'll come up here. So yeah, so that's it. I'm in the middle of the country. It's interesting. It's scary about there was a disaster in Texas over the 4th of July weekend, and it is it's going to be interesting, the frequency of these kinds of events. It's flooding, and everyone's going, well, why didn't anyone warn these people that there was flash flooding, that the rain was going to flash flood in that area? Because it doesn't usually. It's not a place where that kind of thing happens. And this is one of the things that's happening, where things are happening that in places where they never happened before. And that's definitely true of California. It's true of the hurricane reaching deep into North Carolina and causing quite a disaster there, and now into Texas in this part. Now, yes, of course, there's flash flooding, but California especially, and areas where flash flooding is frequent, there are usually places to hold on to the water, so that the water doesn't do what it did in those places. And those water areas, what, am I taking pictures? That's what it looked like. It looked like I touched something wrong there. These events happening in completely different places is the problem, is that this isn't usually where stuff like this happens. Who could imagine such a thing on 4th of July with people, traveling and camping and doing all sorts of things like that? Nobody would endanger children, for money, would they? No, of course not. So yeah, no, this is no matter how much you think, no matter how much you insist that there is no climate change, or that climate, or what's happening with the climate is normal, well then, since when? I mean, don't we usually do things to prepare ourselves for stuff like this? Don't we usually have stuff, science and stuff, to do things to prepare us, to tell us when to leave and what's about to happen and all those kinds of things? So yeah, this is what we've got right now. So keep that in mind. Hurricane season in the Atlantic for the United States coastal areas that are on the Atlantic is about to begin. It begins, I think we have one already, a hurricane, a tropical storm that has a name that actually was supposed to hit. And so, yeah, this is the time of year. When we lived in on the Florida coast, yeah, there were some restaurants that we knew that packed up, that closed down during this time of year. It just didn't make any sense for them to be open. And it's not because of the weather, but also because of the fact that when it is this time of year, a lot of times people don't come, so there's no reason to stay open. And when you have areas of Florida that have like 10,000 as their normal population, or 20,000 or 30,000, it goes up to 1 million, and it's like, that's pretty intense. In the summer, well, not in the summer, in the winter. In the winter, people don't go to Florida in the summer. It's outrageous. So yeah, there was a cave. We've apparently uncovered quite a cave here. We do have a miner in this area. So hopefully they are bringing in as much riches as this clearing away of a submarine bay is doing. Sorry, I couldn't get to you in time. Sorry about that. So let me get this so we can take this pretty quickly out of here, because I think this is a big one. And let's take that top part there. Where am I? So yeah, so I'm just talking because I've missed you all. I've missed all of you. And here we are. It's fun. Yeah, I know. This is, so how long have I been? Almost an hour? Okay. Okay, in a minute, regardless of how far I've gotten, I'm probably going to end up doing this again on Twitch. And this is what this is the stuff that most streamers, most YouTube streamers, they do this kind of work on Twitch, where they have something that's going to take them a long time, a lot of digging, a lot of stuff. Either that, or they do it, they film it, and then they speed it up so that you can enjoy the speeded up version of it. Yeah. So I totally understand if this becomes boring.
Perfect.
And there we go. Yes, we do have people ups in the city-state. Where am I now? Hold on. Let me make sure of something here. I just saw that piece of coal. So this is the new place right here. And we've got some area here. We can actually bring water down and fill in these. Whoa! I think we're going to have to. So see those areas there? I think we'll have to turn into a mermaid with magical powers. In other words, get my supernatural powers on so that I can put in the submarine. I want to put in the submarine. And I think I would like to do that. So we've gotten a fair amount done here. And yeah, I am going to have to do that. So there's one of the submarines up there, you can see. And with this part being cleared out right underneath here. Oh, and there goes the air. There goes the air conditioning. Let me come to here. Let me look at this. I have one more set right in here. If I cut across here, I'm going to, of course, fall. I can't get up there. I can get up here. This is the part that I keep missing. This part right here. Yay! I did it this time. Yay! Excellent. All right. And it lets me down very slowly. And so let's go up and let's get the submarine in, and then we'll come back out again. See, even from here, so the taxi can come down in this area, and then it can come up into here, and it can go this way instead of trying to go through this way. If it goes this way, there's these icebergs are coming down too far, and it makes it difficult for them to get through until they get to here, and then they're free. Then the submarine would be free here. See, things like this. That's pretty. Ike! What's wrong with me? I forgot, I don't have any magical powers. That stuff hurts. When you don't have any magical powers, that stuff is hot. Yeah, we use it to breathe. We use it for breathing. The mermaid nations do. Especially when we have cities down very far, then we can use the magma so that we don't have to go to the surface. So that's the secret, guys. That's it. So yes, so see how much there is. So, but with the part cleared away over here, we could actually move in the submarine. Then also here, there are some places here where there were supports, and these supports can't actually be here anymore. There's nothing for them to be here on. So these pieces are also going to come down. So we can get all of this. I have to be careful. I don't want to damage the actual airlock that's there. So I'm holding on to the ceiling here, and that's allowing me to be able to get to that area. So the airlock is here, and the rest of these buildings are floating like submarines and like ships and stuff. They're actually floating. Now see here in this area, we'll put some more foundations over on this side right here, specifically to give a space. And there's still, this isn't where the submarine would come. Submarine's going to be in this area here. So yeah, so just on my way back for a minute, Let me just come through here. And let's look and see. I don't see a lot of stuff floating around. And they're not even going to come over here yet. As much as I'm making it so that they can, they're really not going to come over to here just yet. There we go. And let's come up here. Let's see if there's enough water somewhere here that I can get up. There is not. Not on that side. On this side? There we go. Nope. That's not the water side. Okay, I'm going to leave that then. We'll wait. And we'll do something about that later. So I can see the bottoms of things, and there are some places that will have to have a new surface underneath. There we go. Got it that time. And there we are, falling down after removing most of it. Let's come to the water side here. Let's come to water. Yes, that's me. Water right here. Come all the way up. Oh, and now I'm out of it. Okay. No, we're not gonna, we're just not doing that right now. Okay, so all the people are in bed. Let's see if I can get up here. I don't think I can, so I'm going to have to go to the airlock. Let's go to the airlock. Let's move these away for a minute. Let's go up here to this airlock right here, and we're going to go up into dun, 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 dun. Okay, I need my, oh, they adjusted really quickly, my eyes did. Wow. Okay. So here we are. It's nighttime. It's late at night. I'm not supposed to turn into a mermaid in public. If I find a little cubby hole, why don't we go up here into Evelyn's office right here? This is pretty good. It's pretty hidden. And then let's say the magic spell and get our Black Panther back. That's how I'm looking at it right now. That same kind of thing where we have that kind of power. So, all right, so here we are. So now we're going to come downstairs and let's go to the new submarine place. We have to do a couple things. We don't actually have an entrance. And the entrance is going to be through Steffi's restaurant. This is Steffi right here. Speaking of restaurants, she's not doing too badly. Look at this. So she does have some rice balls to serve. She's got rice and she doesn't have an overabundance of it. She's serving kimchi and spicy eggplant. So she's doing okay. Let me look in her fridge. She could use the tea. We could actually give her the extra tea she had put away. And the rice, 1, no, 2, 3. So see, she doesn't have that much. So we'll leave that. So why does she have all of this? Let me see why she keeps asking for this. There's 64 there, 64 there. Why is she asking for it? Let's put 64 there, 64 there, 64 there, and 64 here. So she is using it. And I believe, is it this one or this one? One of these cabinets, there it is. There it is. There's the rest of the wood. Let's let these go back to the warehouse and the rest of it can stay. We're just going to bring it back to her. I don't care about that. So we'll put these here, and they'll pick up all of those things that are in the warehouse. So right here, this doorway right here is where we're going to put the walkway that's going to go to the new taxi service area, and that's what we're going to do. So we'll do that. Let's go out. This is the airlock that we just used, and we're going to come over to this side so we can see these areas that are actually there's no water in these areas. So if I'm in those areas, I'm actually flying, and I want to come over here and go up. Let's go up in this corner right here. Is this where I damaged it? I don't see. Oh, I think it was right here is where I did. I pulled away a piece, but that's not going to matter. Right now, everything seems okay. Good. So this is Mildred right here, but we're going to put a corner right here. So let's come here. Let's put away the Tyrians because we aren't going to use them, and I always get afraid. Oh, look at that one. Look, we even need to repair it. Wow. And look at what we've got here. And this is why I didn't want to let it go, because we have a decent amount of those blocks. A part of that cobblestone is not from digging out. That's actually from Pitti. Pitti, in their warehouse, they do not have anyone to process. And so we really need to bring it back if we want it to be processed. So now we can let that go away. This right here, we don't need it. This goes in the bag. And these guys can be repaired. And let's begin. Underwater base, perfect. Dun, 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 dun. Infrastructure. And corridors. And glass. Glass corridors. And let me see something. So see right here, this right here is the composter. Yes, that's correct. And this right here is actually a carpenter right in this spot. But we want to join up this doorway here. And I think I'm going to do it right here. And corridors and glass. And let's do a straight glass segment. I think that's this. 3, and let me see where it is. There it is. See it right there? Okay. So let's start by doing this piece. Turn this way. And let's see about bringing it up. And moving it back. Alright, so that's it in its location right here. So we can see, oop, there's nothing there for real. We can see right here that that matches. Hold on. I'm drinking juice. Let me see. And that is where it should be. We want them facing out. We can have them. We just have to make sure that the next one does too. I like them to do that. This is level 3, constructing. And let's come to here, and let's go to here. Let me see. Let's X that. Let's come back. And how much is that? Another 5 probably. That's another 5. We could do 3 pieces, and I think we can. Okay. So let's do that. Infrastructure, corridors, glass, segment, level 3. Let's turn it this way and bring it up. Bring it out. There's a stop right there. So it's matching to this. This is here. And this part right there. Ooh, look what we've got. See that right there? That's going to come right to that corner, and we're going to let it. So here we go, level 3 constructed, and there we go. So that means that right here, let's come inside and let's X. Right here, this part is going to be strange. Let's see what we want to do with it. Let's put down this infrastructure. Is there any possibility that we're going to put anything here? There is not a possibility of that happen. So we're just going to have a square piece right here, a corner. Infrastructure, corridors, glass, a glass corner, level 3. Let's bring it over, and there it is. Let's bring it down. So if we match that to that, let's bring it down. It's inside the building, see there? That's it being inside the building. So let me see what that means for this building. There is a hut block right there. And this piece is going in right here. Is furniture disappearing? No, nothing like that is happening. So see, this can't be here like this. This has to match this threesome here. Let me go inside for a minute. Oh wait, why am I doing it that way? This is a submarine location here. And see, this is why I was moving this stuff away. So that we can do this. So let's come here and stand here. And this isn't here. And that matches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That actually matches right there, but it is cutting into the building. And then we have this piece right here that won't be there. So because this is actually open right here, well, let's do this first. Let's take this and this. Let's put that in. Let's put this right here. Let's put this here. Why can't I put that there? See this right here. Oh, I know why. That's not there. It's like, why can't I put that there? There's nothing there. And on that side, we'll have to fix it at the time. There's nothing there. So we have to do it from this side right here. And it is in the right place. So let's put that up there. And then the glass piece that joins these together. right here. So this is now closed off. Not quite. Oh, I'm still doing it. There's nothing there. I'm still doing it. All right, so we have that, and that. So now we can make it, but I think I'd like to sponge out this part immediately. So let me get a sponge. I should have one. Dun, 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 dun. I should have one there. And let me build this. It's going to take that part away. And so we're going to have flooding. So let's level 3. Constructed. Ding. Okay. And now, wait, that's X. All right. So you can see that there's a portion here that didn't get, yay, team, this is excellent. Okay, so we can do this area here, all the way up to here. And sure enough, that moved that water part back because this is now secure. Almost. Almost. And Ripley's going, what do you mean it's secure? What do you mean it's secure? Exactly. Alright, so now that it is, and we can see this area right here, we can take these away. And they can reach right here. And notice there's red here. That's orange, actually. That is orange. So I need an orange piece here, here. These should be orange on this side. And then we have red, so it'll change to red at this point here, maybe. We'll see what we do with the cabs, like what we want the cabs areas to be like. And then if we want, see this right here, we can have one of the builders come back here and put a dome on it, and we are going to do that. We're going to have one of the builders build a dome, but not right now. Right now, we're going to see if the submarine fits. If the submarine fits, that's, oh, I just made my spongy go away. Let's get sponge. Let's get my spongy back. Put it here. Let's look at sponges for a minute. What is that? There's a wet sponge. These are chipped sponges, which are actually quite nice. That's a soft sponge, a smooth sponge, an old sponge. Ooh, a giant, fine, and a bulby sponge. Let's come up here and let's take the build tool and let's go to monster to mermaid. And there I am as a tropical. I am disguised as tropical right now. So let me come here and let's look at this, and I believe is here. Decorations, and there it is. Okay, so let's come over here and let's look at the submarine. So which way do we want the motor to be facing? The motor needs to face the other way. Alright, so when they come in, they come up from here. So then let's move this over this way. So there's enough room on this side, and on this side there's just barely enough. It's amazing. And then let's pull it up some more to about right there. That looks good. That gives plenty of room for the motor right there. And there it is. So now when they get off, or when they need to get on, they're really going to come to here. And this is sitting here. Do we want it to sit up to here? I don't think it can. I don't think it can fit that far out of the water. That seems like it's not in the water. Yeah, there we go. It is in the water there. And good. All right. So right here where this is where we will put the bridge so that they can get in. Of course, there's nothing here right now. The engine area is closed. And whoa! And of course, remember there's no water in some of that section. So we're going to have to put in the water for this. How's this? Is it good? Is it good? Constructed. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so right here where this is, we need a piece, and we might have one on us. Do we? No, we don't. I'll have to go to the other submarine, I think, and get a piece that goes there, and all the different materials for the inside. We'll go to the other submarine and look at all those pieces. And of course, then we'll have to get the glass for that as well. So let me put this away for a second. And there we are. Dun, 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 dun. We have a new sub. Now, as soon as I am able to, see, it comes right to here. As soon as I'm able, we'll put in the coordinates and we'll be able to treat that sub the way we treat the other two. And what are we going to call it? What are we going to call that district? It's kind of nicknamed right now the Second Makers. So we could call it Second District. That would work actually, won't it? Yeah, I think so. I think it will. So, we need a piece of this. We need a piece of this. And a piece of this. And I think that's all we need. Yeah, I do. I think that's it. Okie dokie. Oh, and these chain pieces, because I made that railing like it's stuck to there, like it's being connected to something there, so it doesn't float away. Let's go back. Here's Myra. Myra's one of the first four, and she is also Counselor Druid. So the first four are the council. There's only 3 members of council right now. We could say that the next one in line would probably be in the council, or they would vote. They could vote and have somebody. They could vote and actually have someone. That would actually be kind of good for them to do that, don't you think? I know. I'm split. I'm still looking in the wrong place. I know. Okay. So yeah, so dun, da, da, da. So here is this. We could do some red from this point, so people can know that they are getting out right here. This is where the taxi is. I made something go away there. Oh, wow. Ah, it's in this part right here. I see. I'm sure I did this with the others, but I forgot that it does that. Okay, so sorry, seasickness. Sorry about that. Oh, and then I fell off. I completely fell off. Okay, let's come back over here and let's put this on properly. Let's put this right here like that. Let's have this be up one and put that there, and then the chains to hold on to this part right here, and that works. And then for this, I think we have to, I think it wasn't this part that came out, it was the upper part, the square, the stair part came out. So let me put this piece back. This part right here is the one that gets changed. One up. And it just so isn't going to. No. And there. Okay. So this piece that's here, that went on the inside, let's come back over here and make that piece go right here. There we go. And yep, that is the place where they drive from. And then we still have this part. Yes, I actually love this part of the music that's playing. Definitely do. And then we have that. Dun, 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 dun. It does seem darker than the others. I'll have to figure out why. Is there a light missing somewhere? Probably. Alright. So these are in the room. We don't need them. Let us imagine that this closes down right here. This closes up. The driver sits in this seat right here. Passengers can sit behind here. And so you can just look out the window right here. And now let us set a way station here. So we're going to do a new way station. There it is. And the name of it is Seconds. Second Makers. Sub taxi. Sub-taxi, and then the color, let's just go ahead and do the greens for this. Okay, submit. And save. see, and there it is, Second Makers, Town Hall stop, Second Makers, and the hotel stop. And then Pitti Hamaalakut, and all of the taxis are green. Pitti is purple, and Arnaaluk is that color. So now we have a new station. Let us come here. Let us look at the town hall. Actually, let's go to this hotel. Here for a minute, hotel stop. So after the driver gets in, after the driver closes up and gets in, and I'm reading a magazine, and I fall asleep, and then we're there, and here we are. Dun, 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 dun. And here we are. So we get off, we're at the hotel stop, and this is one of the 3 submarines that we have, and they keep moving around all along. Actually, there's 4. There's 4 submarines. There is a green submarine being worked on in the mechanic shop of the level 5 underwater base mechanic. This is where this submarine came from. And why don't we go down and look at it for a minute? So we do have a couple of green cargo subs as well. So those are the colors, the yellow, but they're not meant to be taxis. No one's going to confuse them with being a taxi since they are pulling cargo. So we're going down here to the town hall, which is right here. And then we'll go back to see where the other submarine is. There's one. See, we could have actually taken the submarine here. And people are going up. I believe people are going up to get food for the day. But look, you can almost see it. Like that. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. There it is. There it is. Yay! So yeah, so there it is. But this one's being worked on. You can see the engine is open, and we can look inside and see the engine there. And then if we go up, the seats aren't in yet because they're still working on it, and all of that. So that is the submarine that we are using. That's the submarine we're using. We extracted it from this building so that we could use it as a taxi. We have a new, there she is. That is Whitley. Whitley has joined Talon. Whitley has joined Talon in running the Mystic Site. This is the Mystic Site bookstore right here, and there is the Mystic Site right there. And there is Lily. Lily has taken over for June as the new Mystic Site Druid keeper. This is Oakley, who is running this flower shop area here. And I think that's Evelyn back there, yes. And Evelyn is plantation owner. Let me look at something for a minute. Let me see if we can see some. Yeah, we can still see these two, this sea pickle and sea grass field that's up above. We can't see the kelp field. could have sworn that we were growing kelp in the cliff style, and I'm almost positive, but I can, in 20, but I can go back and check and see if that's true. Ah, are we gonna bomb completely? No. If we start doing that, I'll have to get out and get back in. It's just Java not being able to keep up. Actually, it's me probably not having enough room to allow Java to do the kind of messy cleanup that it likes to do. And so we'll just have to get out and get back in. All right, so look what we did. We did it. Let's take this back. I think I'm coughing just a little tiny bit because it is a little chilly. And you just heard the air conditioner go off. So I think I'm gonna have some fuzzy socks on. I'm gonna have to do something. Let's come over and let's go ahead and take the taxi back to the new taxi station. And this will be good. Here we are. So we're here. I'm gonna come down here and look at this. This is the town hall here. And then we'll take out our magazine and look, there it is. And now we can see the second makers on the map. Yay! So we have 3 stations. These stations are actually for me, more so than anyone. I mean, they could be, in fact, for tourists in the same way that I'm a tourist. Kind of. I'm an ambassador. I don't technically live here. This is not my home. This is my state, my embassy, I guess. What would you say? It's my country that I'm the ambassador to, my city-state. So let's come here. Let's look at the magazine for a minute, and we'll come to the second makers. And here we are. It is super quick when I fall asleep. And we are here. Now, the dripping is going to be here for a little bit. Oh, there's the second. Let me see. Shall we? Let's see if I'm going to lag, then we'll do something about it. So we have a bunch of materials on us, but the actual makers, let's see who we have here. We have an ore smelter in the second makers area. We have a blacksmith. We don't have a crusher, so we're not going to put all of the cobble we have on us here, but what we can do is let's put this back here. Let's put this here. Let's put this here. Let's put this up. And let's start with all of this. There's a piece of glass, so I'll have to do something about that. Oh, I collected some of that. This is actually theirs that I collected. And so we'll get this part right here to go in. Look at all this copper. So I'll have to do something about all of it. Let's come here. Let's make that go away. And let's come back down here. We got a decent amount of lapis, which is really quite interesting. Let's put the granite here. Let's put this amount of dirt here. The cobble will have to go at the other pyrite andesite. Flowers. We'll put all of this together. The seeds are going to begin to go this is one of the last shipments of seeds. We're going to probably have to admit that we'll have to start composting them. We have like 55,000 seeds, and it's just overwhelming for the shops. We could just go ahead and have the composter compost it. All of these seeds we are taking back with us so that they can be composted at Pitti. So we'll take it back and let that happen. In the meantime, though, and this is why we're using this. Now, what's this here? Should I have an entryway here for them? Mildred did not want people running through her shop. She just didn't want people running through her shop. So since she doesn't want anyone running through her shop, she's just going to have a window there and people can look in, but they can't go that way. So she doesn't have couriers. Steffi has one of these, like a mall, little tiny restaurant where there's seating around, but it's mostly takeout and stuff. And she's fine with being here, having the people come through. She's a restaurant, so she's fine with doing that. Meanwhile, here, let's come over here and let's get back in. We're going to the other warehouse and we can go either one. So I think we're going to go to the town hall one, back to the town hall for this one. So we'll just go ahead and take it back. And let's see, hold on, there we go. See, we were sleeping. We had to be woken up. We were sleeping with our head up against the wall there. Yeah, we'll go this way. Through the, past the mahogany apartments, and we'll come down here. And here is the main warehouse. And we could give, let me see. I think what I might do is take, wasn't I supposed to put these in the other warehouse? I was, but I didn't, which is interesting. Let me look and see how much dirt there is here. That's not a lot. Let's see how much lapis. That's fine. Let's see how much, what was the other? I think we can put it all here. It'll fit here right now. So we can put all of this right here. That's it, the granite. And there we are, and then we can sort, and it is where it belongs. Let's look for granite and see how much we have. G-R-A-N-I-T-E, that's not bad. We're good. Okay, and now let's look at the cobblestone. I can either give it, there's 12 here. That makes me want to give some of it to Raquel, who is the crusher, and let her crush it. But there's more than enough to do that. So since there is, why don't we take this portion of it and put it here. I did at one time have a mod that lets you smoothly do that, but I don't have that mod since Neo. And then let's come back. Here we are. And that just leaves us with how many lines? Oh, that's perfect. So we can take that over to Raquel and give it to her. And you can see the crusher. So this is the main warehouse. This is a level 5 Aquatica warehouse. It's a double story, and we're in the process actually of adding a courier station right here because it's ridiculous that they, and this is what River is working on, upgrade. So this is how they're going to get all that concrete, all the stone that's there, all of that on this second floor. They're not taking it up through the elevator, so they're having the little scrub stop there and pick it up. And so we're building one of those scrub platforms so that that can be done. We're going down Monument corridor here. Monument corridor is one of the 3 corridors that has rail because of how long it is. And we're headed for the makers back in this area. And I probably should go through this way. Yeah, I think so. Let's go through here. This is the Zelkova Botanical Garden. And right over here we have our 2 tree farmers, the foresters, and then our big tree farm right here where they are growing the trees that we need at Pitti, so that we are not what was that? How did that happen? Was that from them? Did that? Oh, that's curious. Isn't that curious? That was very odd. I think what happened was when they were breaking these trees, see this tree right here? I think because it's so close that it went into that other part of the building. Wow. That's a little scary, actually. It's a wonder it didn't, well, it can't break through. But now that is very odd. Now we're going to say that, see this delivery sub here, that the courier dropped those things. They did. They dropped them by mistake. Error. Let's come here and let's find those things that they dropped. So they dropped that and some sticks, yes? Not that one. What happened to the sticks? I didn't pick them up. They disappeared probably right when. Yeah. So we'll give the sapling, we should actually give it back to the forester. To either Miranda or to Isaac. Miranda's first. So we'll give it to, Miranda. This is her shop right here. And we'll put that in. So she's got a couple. Wow, we've got a trader somewhere in the area. He won't be in here. There's Miranda. And then Isaac is next door. All right, so we're going to Raquel. And Raquel is down this hallway where we have the crusher and the sifting plant. And we're passing by the blacksmith. And here we are. So what is she working on? Let's see. According to this, she is making gravel into sand. We're going to change it and have her make cobble into gravel for a while. So that there's enough gravel for making concrete. There's enough gravel for Cavern right here, who uses gravel as well, to get certain things. He's in the diamond area. Let's see, he's using gravel to get gold, emeralds, diamonds, rubies, that's redstone, and stuff from gravel. So that's why we need Raquel to break down that gravel, that cobblestone into gravel, so that he can process it and get the minerals out. And so we're good to go there. How much? We're almost at the last hour. We should go to Pitti and see. There were some things that we needed to pick up. So since we're all the way back here with the other submarine anyway, why don't we just go ahead and take this submarine back to back to the other warehouse, and then we'll take the taxi back to go to the balloon. So let's get in. So let's look at the map, and let's come here, and let's go to the second makers. And there we are. Must be raining outside, so we can come this way. Oh, I moved too soon. I needed to give Java a chance to catch up. Okay, so let's come back through here. What are we checking? We're checking to see if we got the things that we requested. So let's look. Yay! We got some of the stuff that we requested. We still need some, and the coarse dirt we haven't gotten, and there isn't. Look at this. There's nobody. Let me come here for a second. Let's come to here. Let's look for coarse. COAR. Coarse dirt. Who makes it? Farmer. Okay. We're in the farm district. Let's go to one of the farmers. It's morning. Here come all the hungry people. All the hungry people. Where do they all belong? All right, and let's come down here. Who's our nearest? Brentley's near. Patrick is near. We could teach Patrick to make it coarse dirt. Why don't we do that? So let's come here. This is mud. So let's teach. There we go. And coarse dirt, which is gravel and dirt mix. And there we go. So he can make it. Should I have two of them make it? Sure, why not? Two of our 6. How many do we have? We have Bentley and Patrick here. We have Nola and Daniela. We have Zane and Ayla, if I'm not mistaken. And then we have Quentin. Yes, so I think that's everybody. And then we have the planters, and they're separate. But yeah, so Bentley and Patrick both know how to make that now. They know how to make that. So let's walk through for a second. There is Corinne, who is serving breakfast, and you can hear people upstairs eating in her restaurant. You can go up here and look. Oh, they just came down. One of them did. Oh, that's one of our fishers. I think Everly.
It's a fine day.
Yes, Everly. Hi, Everly. It is a fine morning. It is indeed. So, Corinne is making something special for her. And then they'll be on their way. This is the Skyrus apartment building here, and the Skyrus Botanical Gardens right here that we're walking through. And then this is the beehive right here, the apiary, the apiary, and this is Michaela Senior, actually. What you doing up there?
Good to see you.
What are you doing? Are you changing a bulb or something? What exactly are you doing?
Don't
Both
remember
of
the
you?
last time I saw the sun.
Oh, I'm still moving. Okay. So let me do that for a second. And now I'm... This is the last hour. If it gets too bad, I'll do something about it. If it bothers you, say something and I will do something about it. Michaela, seriously? Recall. What can I do about that? The only thing we could do would be glass or something. We would have to do some kind of panel in order to do something about that. Let's put these here. I'm not going to worry about it right now. Okay, this is the Spirit Botanical Garden. And then we're back to the warehouse. And we're walking along. This is the main road, the main corridor, and the main warehouse. Here we're back to this area of town. This is logistics. Right here we have two of the submarines sitting in this spot right here. Those are our little delivery submarines. Yep. All right. So what I think I want to do is, let's see what I have on me. I think I'm ready to go. I think I'm going to go back and to Pitti. And then when I get to Pitti, I'm going to actually restart the game. I've just reached the limit probably of my computer's ability to process the way it is right now. And so, yep, there we are. Am I even going to make it back? See where it says Saving World down there? Alright, so there is, yep, I'm having trouble. I am. Escape. I hit escape and it's not showing that I hit it. I just want to get on the balloon if I can.
That's some nasty weather right there.
I can get on the balloon for a minute and get to Pitti, and that way I won't have that travel on the new when I bring the computer back up. So that's what I want to do. I have a return ticket. Ooh, it's raining, bad weather. Now normally they would say to the people, oh, we can't travel right now. But because I'm the ambassador, this balloon is actually going to take me back. Let's come here and let's put these in here. The seed baskets, the seeds, yeah, I think I'm just going to carry them back since they're all packed already. So we come up here, and yeah, this is bad. But it's okay. We're almost to the point where we will restart. So we're sitting right here and looking up at the sky and looking up the sun actually shining through the rain. And let's come here and let's look at the map, and we're headed for Pitti. And here we go. Ooh, I'm dreaming. Wow. Yeah, that much of a lag. That much. So as soon as I get some notification here, we're going to get out and get back in. So do I have any notifications? So she started on the courier hut. Okay. Seems like everybody here is waiting on stuff. And I still haven't figured out the thing about panels and how that's supposed to work with the new system, but for right now we're going to get out. So here we go, save and quit, and then we'll get back in. Florid Games 2025. Hello, how are you? I said that wrong. It's Florio Games. Hello, Florio Games. How are you? Quit. Let's get CurseForge. And we'll get CurseForge to load the Minecraft launcher for Neil. And let's look for a second and see everything is still up to date. And now play. So, yeah. Hello, hello. And the launcher is up. So now we're getting the launcher to bring up the game, to bring up Minecraft. So we're watching the Minecraft load. How many? I think I have 80. No, I don't think. I'm looking at it on CurseForge. I have 82 mods in this mod pack, and I'm pretty sure that that's listed in the about section of YouTube for Monster to Mermaid is the different mods that I use. A lot of them are mods I don't because I like the way the Minecolonies people work. I don't have a lot of mods that do what would be done for a player if they were by themselves. If a player was by themselves, then they would need a whole lot of help to get things going. They would need help. They would need refined storage. They would need ways to grow crops really quickly because you're the only one who's harvesting, to grow trees, magic. you know, to protect yourself and to make things faster, technology to protect yourself and to make things grow faster. And so all of that is kind of not necessary with Minecolonies to a degree. And even though Minecolonies, by the way, just started a new, why don't we come down here? Do I need to wait for it to load in? Let's have some things load in for a minute. Even though Minecolonies team has just started their own server and is playing their game on the server, and it looks like that they're playing 20, believe it or not. They do play mods that are stable, and this particular server that they brought up has a lot of magic and stuff in it. And you can go out to Twitch to Minecolonies team, or you can go to Discord Minecolonies or minecolonies.com. And if you want to join their server, you just have to be a patron on Patreon. So you can go to Patreon and go to Minecolonies, and that way, if you want to play with the developers, you can indeed. You can. All right, so we could put all the seeds that we brought back with us. Let me do something here. Let me get a, nope, don't need that. Let me get a lantern, and I think I have it in my backpack. I do. I need a lantern here because it is sunset and it's quite dark here. So see, when we come out, look at that gorgeous, look at that gorgeous sun. That is sunset over forgotten and old growth forests in the rain. And it's just beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Oh, look. And the sun was behind that hill. Wow. And there's the balloon up there. This is the barracks, the first barracks that we have. And this barracks is just a level 1. Although we might have someone work on some pieces of it a little bit later, as soon as we get some other things going here. This is level 1 of that. One of the things that we're going to get going is that right there, and that is a dirigible that we're building specifically as a fire ship, so a firefighting ship, so that in case there's fire in these forests, we can have that dirigible put out the fire. And I like doing that because there's some things that I just have fun with, that I like to do. Okay, and so we're back here, and we're going to go up this time and follow one of the, I think that's Charlie, one of the druids. We only have 3. And yes, it's Charlie. She's going off in that direction. Let's hold the lamp. And we're going in this direction. We're going towards the, there we go, going towards the tavern and toward the farmer's market. Dun, 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 dun. And here we are. And so we can cut through on this side and get to the town hall. And we can get Deleza or Sadie to deliver the things that we brought back. So let's come here and let's bring down all of this. I think I can put this up for right now. So there's one set. And we'll put this in here. So the composter who is here, this is primarily what they're going to be composting, are all of these amazing seeds. And I have said many times that I really do not like composting food, but at some point I'm just going to have to look at it as we're making the ground healthy now. And so that is what we're doing. And let me see here. So how much do we have? Yes, so that was 2006. So the exact amount, if I click here, I think it is. Nope, it's not there. There's some way you can do it so that you can see it. Maybe if you click on this right here. I thought there was a way. There used to be a way that you could look. Maybe. Maybe because I'm the ambassador that I don't have permission to do that. So we have all of the seeds off of it. Nope, not quite. Got this next set here and put it here. So let's see how the composter is coming along. Oh, we need another. Let's see how the composter is coming along in the middle of the night. And here we go. And let me see. There we go. So now in order to come down to this part right here, and there's the big noise. The big noise is back. I'm going to come up to the farm area here. It's nighttime, but we can still go down and see. Do I have it up? I do. Hold on for a second. I'm going to put this here. There we go. Okay. And then I can see. So, we're getting a composter. That is a builder back in that direction. And the composter is over here. And she needed, I stepped in the water. She needed a couple pieces. She seems to have gotten some things, and she is going to fill in all these parts that are missing right here. They are druids. I mean, they are druids. So what happens? I know, it is so freaky. The sense memory or the learned behavior for looking in a certain direction. Do you know how long I've been on that, in that location, doing that kind of stuff? It just is so odd that that's happening. So we have two farms. One of the farmers is down here. The other one's in the farmer's market. And then we have the composter who's going in right here. We don't have a composter yet. This is something that we can think about, but we definitely don't have one yet. And since it's a 0 still, We can't look at any of the things. Not to worry. I can actually bring up a piece of Akasha records that shows me what's needed. Let me see, 9. Uh-oh, I don't have one. Let's look here. I sure don't. Oh yeah, I put it away. I remember now putting it away. Let's put this here. 145. All of that 145 at Arnaaluk is actually restaurants, because we have 11 restaurants. And this is partially restaurants, but it's more than likely that it is the builders asking for pieces of things. And we did bring some things back, and we forgot to take them out of the ship. We left our luggage. We actually did. So let's quickly go back to the ship before it takes off. And because we're doing that, we'll come this way. So this is one of the town halls. This is Shire Additions Town Hall, and this is level 1. We're not ready for the level 2 yet. When we have enough level 2 buildings, then we'll level up the town hall. And this is the farmers market. The tavern isn't even level 2 yet. So all of those things have to be done. But we're on our way back to the ship, the air balloon, so I can get my belongings off. And so there we are. And so let's come here, and there they are. And now what we can do, oop, no, not there. Let's come to here, and we can put these in here, and the courier will come along and pick them up. I think Sadie is here. Yes, this is Sadie. This is Penelope, and there's one of my sleeping bags there. So I'm picking up my sleeping bag, and let's go back up and look and see how the builders are coming along for this last bit of time here. So I just love the way this field looks. And let me see who's here. So Mackenzie, what is Mackenzie? Is Mackenzie actually, Mackenzie might actually be either a farmer or a composter. And she is working with, she's working with Ezra. Claire also, both of them are waiting for jobs, and wanted to be here, and so they have been accepted here, but I think it says that they're students. Yes, so they're actually researching, with helping Mackenzie research. Let me come, we've got right here, is this broken? Yes it is. So they can come to here, and then they can't come up. There's no, oh, really? I didn't realize that this broke it. hold on for a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 right there. So that's 9 ladder that I just took away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's put that here. And let's come down here. And when we do this, we'll have to put this back. Put the scaffolding. We'll have to get the bamboo for the scaffolding. 7, 8, 9. That should take us up the full length right here and have us come out. Oh, it has to come out too many more here. So we'll take these away. And there's Leandro. Leandro,
Yes?
what are you waiting for?
What is it?
The coarse dirt. Okay. We might have to make it ourselves here because we didn't bring any back this time. We can make it and then they can give it back to me. And I think I'd like to do that. Can I do that? I don't think so. I think I'd have to do bone to get that light. I just wanted, there we go. Get the light to be there. Make that go away. You put the ladder here to go back into the warehouse. Or we can put it here, since we're here. Go back into the warehouse. And
Good day to you.
I will work on it. And the barrels should, if the barrels aren't being delivered, let's cancel and let's have him re-ask, because we did bring barrels with us. We brought both kinds, and I
What's
think,
it today then?
yeah, so let's wait until he asks for it again. Let's come down here. We're going to go across to Cade. Cade is the other builder. Let's get out the light here. Oh, this morning on Twitch, we actually completed the farmers market flower stall. And let's put this here. And the farmers market flower stall, hi Simeon, is now right here. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Just like this. And so there are all these grow beds here for the botanist who is stationed at the farmers market. So these right here belong to the farmer, but this right here belongs to the florist. And we can't have a florist yet. We haven't researched it, so we can't have one. The reason that both of these buildings are level 5 is to nest them. In order to get both buildings to be in together, they both have to be at level 5 to make that happen. And so that's what we were doing here. And I just realized, I think it's fine. I think that part is okay. So now at the market, we have the well, of course. We have the farmer and fresh produce. We have fresh flowers. We have the bakery. We have Watson, who is the cook. We're putting the cookery here because this makes the cookery at the center of the city. And depending on where the other restaurants are, we know we have to have Romina is over here behind the flowers. but the university is over here. And so we actually need for a cookery to be kind of right in the middle. Mr. Villager! Hello! Hello! I've missed you! You're alive! Yay! Me too! Welcome, welcome to the BEM. And it's good, and I'm so glad to see you. Yes, things are good, and Vincentius Primus and I were able to set me up to be able to stream from this location, which is really wonderful. And as a matter of fact, that means, just reminded me, I will be able to do a Drone Hands Twitch event. And I forgot about that, but I'm going to see if there's still a spot open that I can do. But yay, yes! So yes, it is July 7th, 2025. The last time, so yeah, we streamed before the 4th. We were trying to get here for the 4th of July, so we left the day before, 2 days before the 4th, so that we could be here for the 4th of July, which was really quite lovely. And yeah, so I have been, we were supposed to be going over to Cade, and Cade is on the other side here, just to make sure that his elevator isn't broken, because we just discovered that the elevator is broken for, there we go, and sure enough it is. So let's count this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so let's do this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's see how this works. And yay, perfect. So we did the count right this time. And let's see. It says he's still waiting for the dark hook plank pieces, and we're going to have a problem with this, because I don't think there's any way for him to get these plank pieces. They would have to, the dark hook would have to be requested from the builder, and then the carpenter would actually do it. And I apologize, I just realized I'm looking off in that direction. Mr. Villager, you're saying, hello, you're alive. How are you actually? Has everything been good? So this might be an interesting thing, because this is not a full town. This is what we are doing here, is making a little Disney World kind of thing. 1, 2, aren't there 13 of these altogether? We've counted these before, and there are 13. We need one here, but when we take all of these away, there's about that many. That didn't seem like this thing around, did it? It didn't. It didn't. Now, we don't have an upstairs yet, but that's what's going to happen here, that there is an upstairs. We just don't have one yet. We can put this here, and that break will be fine. Okay. So yeah, so Cade is working on the balloon, the special balloon, moved, left for a little bit. Not moved not moved. So Mr. Villager, you know, in the past when I've gone away, and I've been away for like 2 weeks or 3 weeks or something like that, this is where we came to. We came to here. We haven't been home in a little bit, but we are at Vincentius Primus's parents' house, and so this is the first time that I've been able to stream from here, in anticipation of the fact that in the past we've only spent like a couple weeks here, but we're probably going to end up spending like a couple months at a time, and so that is what we are doing. So it's not a move, it's just us doing our nomadic thing where we're going back and forth between the two sets of family that need care, and that we want to be with at this particular time. So yeah. So that's what's going on here. You might have seen Vincentius Primus in the background, and he is back. Mr. Villager, Vincentius, he's got headphones on. So just a visit. It is a visit this time, but the next time when we come, we'll be here for an extended stay. We don't live here. And then we'll return to my sister's for an extended stay. So, but who is the individual? Yes, that's who it is. Vincentius is behind me. And there he is. So normally Vincentius Primus is in the room, but he's on behind the camera area, or off on the other. But in this location, you can actually see him. He's always in the room, but he won't be sleeping in the room this time. So when he's sleeping, he's actually in a different room this time. So, which is going to be interesting. But right now, he's at his computer set up here. He might get a different setup later. This is all new, the fact that we are going to be here for extended periods of time, and that is that's going to give us a different way of being here. So that is what we are looking at this time. So this is Watson's house right here. We're in the housing area where the university is, and this is the dormitory right here, and then of course this is the university. Who's working on the university? No one is yet. So let's see what is being worked on. We're going to do it the quick way. We're going to go to the town hall right quick and see what's being worked on. So at the town hall, you could always do this. I just prefer walking around and seeing things because I can. For the Pride event that I had, we had changed the citizen style to default, but it's chilly. So we're going to change it back to Nordic for right now. And let's go to here, no, here, no, here, no, here, no, here. Here, there we are. So Brittany is working on Aaron's house, and it is a project. Leandro is working on the composter, and Cade is working on the firehouse. Are you talking about Pride Month, or you changed them? During Pride Month, when I did an event during Pride Month, I changed the clothing that they were wearing, and so I just changed it back to Nordic for right now. And I changed the clothing they were wearing because I was doing an event, and Nordic and East Asian is not diverse. All the people are all the same people, and so I don't mind using it during the winter times. It's winter here for them, just to have. And then for things like that, we would have them go back. This is a visitor, by the way, and it's a child because they're asking for 33 gold. And they're first year university student. That's what I mean by child. They're first year university students. Evan is. And Evan is, I think we have some cobs, but Evan is not really interested in staying. He is going to be a druid. He has a focus of 11, and we're getting mostly druids to this location because of Arnaaluk. This is their retreat. This is their Disneyland right here. In this case, not diverse enough. Exactly. Not diverse enough. So default is diverse, and so they were in their default clothing, which is okay. It's not quite warm enough. Hello, Romina. It's not quite warm enough for this mountaintop, and so that's why we've been using Nordic here. And we did find out that if I was spending a decent amount of time, let's say at, do I want that? I don't want that there. A decent amount of time at Arnaaluk, if I wanted to, I could in fact become the owner again, because you have to be the owner in order to be able to do that with the clothing. So if you have more than one city-state, and this counts as a second city-state, then you have to be, you can't be the manager, you have to be the owner in order. Hello, Watson. How are you? He's ignoring me. In order to change their clothing. And so yeah. So yes, that is correct, Mr. Villager. That is correct. So let's see this big hole that Brittany is digging over here for Aaron's house. And we have to empty out her storage in, there we go. Dun, 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 dun. Ooh, look what she has found. Is she going to pick that? Is she going to pick that? We'll have to see. Let me do her a favor here right now. I think I might pick it just so we don't lose it. Let's take this and let's go one. And it's only one piece of emerald. So let's get that emerald. E-M-E-R, and there it is. And we'll put it right here. We're going to make this so she can get up this way if she wants to go out. She can also go here, but we would need to bring this down one, and then one more again, so that then she can walk from this area here and go up to here, and then she can go out right here. So this is what she's doing right now. Let me get a shovel for a second. Let's put this here, get this shovel out. And we're just gonna just make it so that it's kind of clear that she can go this way if she wants. And I think this goes down. Oh, nope, goes off the cliff. I did it wrong. I'd have to do it from the bottom. Quick, make these go away. Hurry. Let's make all of that go away. I went the wrong way. And they'll follow these, so I really don't want them coming this way. They can come from here, and we'll go down to the bottom and do it back up, because it's easier to see it from here. So that means from right here. Aw, that's a shame, but we'll have to do it. We'll have to pick those, and we'll do this one, this, 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 and then we can see, and then let's make this go away. Let's do this one here, this one, and so when the time comes when this is actually finished, this house, we'll actually be able, there we are, we'll put in actual stairs in this area. I don't want to put something there so that they know that they can come this way. Let's put this one here and here, and then they can come this way to here, and this, and this. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so if she's coming, if she uses this way, she's going to come like this, and come down, and come here. But more than likely, she's going to go up here, and go through the mine where Aaron is, and come to here and come around. This is going to be interesting. This is going to make her very close with Aaron, have a close relationship with Aaron. This is going to be curious. Building this house, she's going to build this house and probably end up living there with Aaron. Emeralds, yes! How is the thing about managing 2 colonies going? Is it true you can't manage properly Arnaaluk anymore? No, it is not true. And so that's one of those things. I thought it was, but I can manage it pretty well. Let me get something here for a second while I'm talking. I am freezing. I was supposed to change. I am too cold. How much time is there? There's enough time. Should I get out? I could go in and get some clothes to put on, since I didn't bring my own coats. Why don't we do that? I'll go up and put on some clothes. Because I was working underwater so much, I couldn't put on those heavy pieces of clothing. They were just too heavy for working underwater. So let me find some leather. There's 70. Let me see if we have a chest plate. No, we don't. So let's get the leather. And I'll just have to make some clothing for right now, because it is so cold. So we'll take this for a second. This should be enough. Let's put these together and let's put this up here. I don't have any place for the other right now. Let's come back into this corner and let's make some clothes. Yeah, we got an emerald. We actually did. So let's come here. And primarily what we want is a jacket. We could do something else. Let's see if I want to wear those. I might not. Let's wear a helmet for a sec. We'll put that on, and finally we'll have boots, and we'll put this on. So let's come to here. It's so cold up here that we want to put these things on, and then we'll get our own clothes. But for right now, we'll just have this on, and there we are. So we can put this back right here, and I don't think there's anything else that we have on us that belongs to them. So I think, yeah. How many do we have here? I think the emeralds we have here we brought here. Yep. So we only have one emerald. This is the first emerald here. Da, 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 da. We might have had some others. I remember that we took back to be processed, and we did that. We also took back a lot of coal and even some iron. And this coal is from Arnaaluk, if it's processed, and iron. So we don't have any. So what's he doing? Is he stuck? Let's see what Aaron is actually doing. He's supposed to be working on digging down. Oh yeah, we did this morning on Twitch, the same thing, where we were trying to put in some road pieces to make it a little bit safer for everyone. Let's get out our trusty lamp because the sun's going down. There's Aaron right there going home. So he just came out of the mine. She just came out of the mine too. So let me see what he is working on. Levels. So he's still working his way down. And that is what he's working on. He needs some oak fence. We should make it for him. And we don't have a guard yet for him. We could put a guard station in. Yay! Yay! The noise went off. Oh. We should put in a guard for him. And I would like to do one, possibly from the fire brigade. Actually have them stay at the firehouse up there, or
Right away.
we could have another guard station in this area, which would actually help us expand if we put another guard somewhere. We could actually put a guard on this. This is the supply camp. But that would be interesting, wouldn't it? To put a guard here. Let me look for a second and see. Let's come up here. Let's get this. This goes back up. I think I just tossed that. Let's come here. And let's look at guard stations. The ones who are going to have it are Byzantine, BYZ. And let's look. I think that now Old English actually has some too, but let's go to military. Let's go to guard towers. And there's one. So see this right here? This is what we're talking about. This one, level 5, has all of this piece to it. This is a little too much for what we want. Let's see if, nope. Now we're looking at towers and things. And small coastal. So those are all the ones from Byzantine. Let's switch to steampunk. And let's see if steampunk has one. Let's go to here. Military. Let's go to guard towers. And nope. Nope. Okay. So let's switch to Old English. Let's see if Old English has a guard tower that we can use. Military. Guard towers. Guard tower. Where is it? Boink. And the answer to that is no. That's wall guard tower, and that's regular guard tower level 5. So there isn't one. Let's go to, well, what in the world? Which one am I using? Which one did I put in there? Huh, I've forgotten which one. Switch. I've forgotten which guard tower I used. I didn't think it was Cliffs. Military, let's see. Guard tower. It's theirs. There it is. Okay, so this is the one that we want to put into there. So that'll be perfect. So let us X that. Let's bring it over to here. Yes, we do have wild pigs. I don't think I can. Look what's happening here. Look where we are. Shoot. I don't think it's going to make it outside. That's why we didn't do it. We could have the guard be here. See where this is? We could just have this be here. It's within. And then, because this is the balloon, this is the platform. How much of this is the platform for it? And that's why we don't have one yet. Because this is only a level 1, this is a level 1. We can't put the guard tower anywhere that's going to be built up. And so I don't want to do that. Look at this right here. Look at that right there. Look at that corner right there. If we took this out and took this out here, let me get this piece and put it underneath right here. Let's put a floor right here. Is this a panel or is this a trap? It's a trap door. Let's forget that. Let's find a panel piece. Is this trap or is this? That is definitely a trap door as well. Are these traps? Well, what am I talking about? Of course they are. Look at them. That's the classic trap. But I still could use the classic trap here and put one here and then put one here. Let me see how I can do that. Nope. Nope, wrong way. So to get it to go up, I'd have to have a block there. And I will have a block there because we can put the guard here. So let's come here. Oops. Let's touch down right here. And let's go to cliffs. CLIFF. And select and guards. Guard tower and the false guard tower right there. And there it is. And this is level 1. And let's come here and let us assign a builder. Okay, so that's not a guard tower yet, but the fact that I could put it there means that it's within the range, and it is. See where that part is there? So now I should be able to stand here and do that. Excellent. 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 Okay, so we now have a guard tower right here, and then we have beds here. These are just the rest. This is actually pretty cool because this is my bed right in this spot, and these are the old beds of the first 4. When they first arrived, there were 4 beds in here for the first 4. I think I had a sleeping bag at the time that I was using. Let me do that. And everything's all right. Good. Okay. So that is going to be the new the druid who is going to be in the mine with Aaron is going to be right here as soon as this is built. And now this is going to be curious. Let's look for a second. So you can see that it's right here. So they can come to here and build it. And they will. And then the second they do, this is actually, well, judging by the way it's facing, I don't know that it's going to go back. It's probably just going to go sideways and spread. It would be nice if it included the balloon, but because the way it's facing, it might not. And what's happening here with you? What's going on here? Why are you stuck in a hole? Oh, I see. There. How did you get down in that hole? Why is there a hole there? Hold on. I don't think she did that, but she might have, so I don't want to do anything with it. See, there's some deep holes right in this spot here, so I think those are the holes that are holding up the building in those areas. So we'll just leave it for now. She can get up now. And we're doing that, so, yes. But this big, huge wall here isn't going to be here. We're going to make the field, this part here is going to come down probably to the land level on this side. And then this is going to slant, or we're just going to put a fence along this area here. And this house is a giant house. This is the urban savanna house, and it's going to be interesting to see See where this is? See it? It's right here at this entrance right here. So when this is done, I want to see what room that little secret door is going to be in. We're going to have a secret door there. That's what's going to happen. We're absolutely going to have a secret door in the house. So Brittany is working on that. And speaking of Brittany working on that, let me see how much stone she's gathered. This stone is going back to Arnaaluk to be made into concrete, to be made into glass, because concrete is gravel and sand, and then sand can be made out of gravel, and cobblestone can be used to make gravel. So yeah, so all this gravel that she's getting and putting somewhere, all of this is going back to Arnaaluk to be processed into glass and into concrete. And so we're happy to have all of this glass precursor right here. And I'm not even putting it in their storage. I'm just going to go ahead and put it back in my backpack again. Yes, it's magic backpack, it is. It's a very magic backpack. So we can put it here. Oh shoot, I forgot to take those down. I don't want them to be there. So let's put this stuff up first and then put this in. And then it's not going to be in those top slots there. Okay, and now we can bring this down. And this is Cade, this is Leandro, and this is Brittany. So when we look at the 14 things that are needed, Aaron needs oak fence still. Romina is saying she needs fuel. We'll see if she actually does. And Cade needs spruce fence. And oak fence and spruce fence, we can go back we can actually go back to Arnaaluk and have them make oak fence and spruce fence. And then right here, those slabs, we'll do that. So, yay! I'm so happy. I'm so happy that I can stream from here. This is excellent. This is excellent, everybody. I am really, really happy that this worked out. So yeah, I can stream from here, and I will be back tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel, probably the 2 o'clock, Mr. Villager, 2 to 5, for this location. That I think that timing works the best. So I think we will do that, the 2 to 5, and the Twitch stream. Hopefully I'll be able to get some Twitch streams a little later in the morning, so Jelly Bean can be here. So we'll do that. So Mr. Villager, thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being in chat. And Furio, I think it is. I think we had one more person in chat who was Florio Games. Thank you for being in chat as well. Thank you very much. Enjoy your games, everyone. Enjoy watching all the other gamers. I'll get used to it. It's the camera. It's there. But I'm so used to looking for it someplace else. So, and this was 3 hours, and so we are going to say goodbye. We've been listening to Drone Hands music in the background, and we're going to listen to Vincentius Primus right now. So here we go. Bye for now, everyone. Bye for now.